Right. So here's Nip on the ground, and he got shot in his right chest, in his abdomen, near his navel. His spinal cord got severed, went to the right side, in his back, and it went into his lung, and in his head. It's just a disaster. What's happening right now? Did you think at that point he's going to make it though?
When I watched a lot of people die, I've seen a lot of death in the streets. I done seen homegirl shot and I'm covering her up like, damn, if I didn't cover you up, girl, you was gonna bleed out. I can honestly say I done saved a couple people. I thought he had a 50-50. The why I'm still breathing and I didn't see much blood at all. So normally, like somebody get gunned down, and as soon as the blood pumping out their mouth, I know it's over. Once it's coming out the mouth, because you can't breathe, and it's coming out your nose and your mouth. He was still breathing. He could still breathe. Now, if the blood was coming out his mouth and his nose, but at that point, I thought he had a 50-50. Yeah.
Okay, and police come fairly quickly?
Yeah. So police come, so now the police is not gonna do nothing. They're not gonna touch the body, and then they're gonna wait till the ambulance come here. So a lot of people was cussing the police out. Why y'all not doing nothing? Why y'all not doing nothing? But they can't do nothing more than what I'm doing, just trying to stop him from bleeding out. But it really wasn't much blood at all. So it might have been a lot of internal bleeding, but it wasn't a lot of blood at all.
Was he trying to speak to you at all at this point?
Not trying to speak. It just seemed like he just kept trying to raise up. It seemed like he just kept trying to, kind of like when you too drunk and you fade. Now you trying to, he's like he just keep trying to get up.
Well, the ambulance eventually comes. Everyone gets put, into the ambulance. All three victims. And I remember, I'm reporting on this as this is all happening. You hear about the shooting and you're like, okay, he got shot, but a lot of people get shot and they survive. Pac got shot, 50 got shot. You hear these stories with multiple shootings that people manage to make it through. So then there's this time where it's like, okay, what's happening? There was really a feel of, okay, Nipsey's gonna make it. Make it.
Yeah. So right then, they tape it off. So now Sam, the rest of the crew, the bodyguard, everybody, they smashed down to the hospital. I'm still at the store. So we locked in the crime scene, so we everybody on edge. He was breathing when he left, he was breathing. When he left my hands and I was handing him off, they were putting a thing in his mouth.
Yeah, but breathing. Oh, yeah.
They put it, so, we right there, Sam came and he was hitting him like that, but he was breathing. Even though he was CPR and he was breathing. You know what I mean? Then when they came and put the thing in his mouth and they got to squeezing that, took him where he had to go. You know what I mean? So Sam, everybody else, they smashed off. I stood in the store, kept the scene, and we, all the workers, we just sitting there waiting.